Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Fullerton with Bilingual Barrier Busters, and tonight I want to talk about developing speaking skills. Can you imagine if I said that I had a program developed to teach you to play the piano, in which you didn't have to learn any theory, and the main thing you were going to be doing was listening to others play the piano? We were going to present you with real music, and you were going to listen enough that the ability to play would gradually just be there, because after all, the piano was meant to be heard, and after all, music is all about its sounds, not its theory. At some point, even if you've listened a lot and you've studied music theory and learned to read notes, you're going to have to sit down and fumble over the keys and practice, learn your chords. You're going to have to learn to play, and you're going to do that while actually playing. So why should it be any surprise to us then that we learn to speak Spanish by speaking? At first, people need to listen. They need to listen a lot. There's absolutely no argument there. And there is a limit to how much good we're going to get out of just studying grammar or just studying about the language. But none of that negates the fact that we're going to have to actually open our mouths and practice what we're trying to get good at. That is taking thoughts in our head, encoding them in Spanish, and expressing them. Now, at first, and everybody goes through this, at first, maybe we're going to get a few words out, but then we're going to get stuck and we're going to find ourselves fighting to get the rest of the sentence out. That's okay. Everybody goes through that. Just like if you were learning to play the piano and you'd get your fingers all tied up on the keys while you're learning how to actually play those keys. It's the same thing with developing our skills at speaking. I hear all the time, I hear ads that purport to tell you that you can learn to speak Spanish mainly by listening and picking up conversation. You can even do it while you're doing other things. And these programs purport to have you speaking naturally, just like you learned English naturally, and it's just going to happen. I never see anybody who is actually successful at learning that way. Practice speaking to learn to speak.